Hello everybody, welcome back to today's video. We got ourselves a replay analysis, and this is going to be Champ 1, and we got Sokka. So let's jump into it and see how we can help. So he says that he needs help with game sense and positioning, so we shall help him out with that. It's been unfortunate that your teammate and you kind of like got in each other's way. I think that definitely slowed down the play. Oh my, what the heck? I think I missed. Alright, not too bad so far. I think you guys need to be a little bit more aware of each other because you guys are doing unnecessary double committing. So that's gonna throw your rotation off quite a bit. Good patience. Okay, you don't have to rotate this way. You can just rotate out. Why? Because you want to demo anybody who's in middle. So you want to close off any passing opportunity or any cleanup opportunity for the opponents. So if this ball gets around your teammate, right, you got to cover who's going to get the next ball, and that might be somebody in middle. So just get in the habit of just rotating out this way instead. And then you can go after the ball like you do here. It's just a much safer way of rotating and positioning. That's an insane miss, but luckily you get back in time, so that's good. Okay, this doesn't really work. Okay, you're lucky he hit the ball. I mean, he missed it because you're just throwing away possession here. You can go after the ball, but I think you should air dribble it rather than throwing the ball away, because a better player would have been able to control this and go on the offense, and you would have already been so overcommitted. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if he hits the ball here, now the ball's over your head, Paulo will be moving forward with the ball, and Pinks can go up into middle and, you know, be a second man, and your poor teammate is going to be all by himself back here. So, you don't want that. The same kind of thing applies here. You don't want to jump too much here. I mean, it's one thing to think if you know where he's going to hit the ball, but at the same time, what you have to understand is if you jump for this ball, you overcommitted, right? Rather than if you just drive, you can either get a demo, right? Or if you miss, no big deal. Like, you can just power slide, turn around, and look, you'd be so much faster. You know what I mean? You'd be back sooner. It would just be way easier on your teammate, so you don't have to jump every single time, especially when you're so far away from everything, you know? Okay, so to be fair, your teammate is kind of coming up, but a lot of times when you overcommit like this, it's just not good, because look, now your teammate's in a 2v1, so he doesn't have any boost, so it just works out. But I don't know. If he had more boost, then it just would have been so bad. Because I do that a lot. I have a bad habit of overcommitting on their side of the field. And a lot of times I just end up putting my teammate in a 2v1. And it's just like, I can't get back in time. So I've been trying to stop doing that. Because I get punished quite often. What a save. That is a crazy save for a Champ 1. Looks like you're lagging a bit here. This whole game is just 1-0. That's crazy. Nobody scores after your score. Good bump. Yeah, there's lag. Holy crap. You're lagging. Alright, I think you're using your camera too much. It's kind of bothering me. That's how much you're using it. It's like, why are you looking back? You should already know where you are positioned on the field. Like, you're in champ now. You should pretty much know, or at least a rough idea where you're at. You know, like, you don't have to keep flicking your camera for everything. You know what I mean? Because it just, I feel like it just kills your focus. Just focus on the players in front of you and the ball, you know? You don't have to worry about flicking your camera so much. Yeah, that's just a mechanical failure. If you just jump a little earlier, you would have hit the ball. Ooh, I think you could have tried to demo him a little more there. Okay. Dude, these guys suck. I have to admit, these guys are terrible. I think there are plenty of times where you overcommit or do something like this and you just don't get punished for it because they're just so bad. Like, you don't even need to go after this. Let your teammate do something first. To prevent double committing, you just have to trust your teammates. Like, you just gotta have to sit here and cover, right? Okay, then you can just turn back around and go after the ball. Try going for a low shot next time, because you're just forcing a play. Let the ball roll and let him do a challenge first. What I do is I use the side of my car, so let the ball roll, position this way, because that's the only place where he can hit it from where he's pointed. So you know the ball is going to have to be hit this way. So position to pretend this is the ball. So just position this way and use the door, like the whole side of your car or the roof. So you have more surface area, and you'd beat his nose because you have more surface area over the 50. So, and it would be hopefully a roll in after the 50. Hopefully you get some strength on it, and it just rolls behind him. Like, see, you're flicking your camera so much. Like, just pick a direction where you want to go and stick with it. You don't have to keep flicking so much. Like, how am I supposed to focus? Like, believe it or not, like, I know you're doing it for, like, not even a second each time, but I feel like so much can happen when you keep doing this. Like, look how much movement has happened. Right? And you probably didn't even notice it because you keep flicking your camera. Like, look where everybody is, right? Everybody's on the right side of your screen. Look how quickly they get over. Yeah, now they're at the wall. And you're still flicking. Like, just, you should see the boost with one flick of the camera and immediately position your car to where you know where you're going to go straight into the boost without even having to look anymore. You know? Maybe as a champ player, you can't quite get the feel of the field memorized just yet, but at the same time, I mean, like, you should have several hundred hours in the game. I think you should know the pitch by now. You know? Good try in the demo. Okay, this doesn't work. The ball is moving way too slow. You should definitely do the low 50 like I told you earlier. You're not making the right decision here. This ball is way too slow. Even if you demoed him, the ball's not going to go in. Trust me. It's not. So, you definitely had a missed opportunity here. What you can do is go for a low 50 or get the ball on top of your car and go for a flick. Because he's giving you the space. He's not even challenging you, so... Block. Okay. Yeah, so I think this replay, I think you need to work on just please don't flick the camera so much. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm just being overreactive, but I think it's just annoying. You definitely don't need to do this. Honestly. I think for the most part, your game sense is okay. I do think the beginning of the game was a lot more rough, though, with a double committing. You just have to just accept the fact that your teammate is probably going to do something that you probably don't want, so you just make sure that your teammate is, for the most part, in front of you, so you don't have to double commit every single time. You know? Nothing to say about your mechanics, though. I mean, that'll improve over time. Like here, I don't know why you're pushing forward. Maybe you see that he has no boost, but this is just asking for a disaster, because if Paolo somehow gets a beat on him, it would also beat you. Because you guys are basically covering the same spot, so this is not good. You should just sit back and just let your teammate go. Doesn't matter if he has no boost, just let him do his thing. You know, cover for just in case if he gets a bad 50. This would have been probably easier if you just controlled your car. Yeah, you lost control of your car, which is a bit unfortunate, but that will improve over time regardless. Yeah, I just think just be more careful with how you decide, like, how you challenge. Because a lot of champ players, they tend to overcommit a lot on challenges, and they don't understand that just doing simple 50s is effective as hell. Because champ players are pretty easy to beat when it comes to challenges. Like, I even beat some players in challenges with some challenges on my own rank. I've been trying to focus more on challenging or 50ing better, and it helps a ton. Because if you try to beat opponents on every single 50, you basically have easy possession every single time. So again, like here, like, you're just making bad choices with what you're given. Like, you're given so much space here. No one's challenging, right? You don't have to throw this ball away. Like I said before, you can just go for an air dribble and just control it, or you can let the ball drop and control it. You don't have to just give away possession. And then here, again, you don't have to overcommit by jumping, right? Sure, you can try to beat this guy, but there's too much of a risk if it doesn't work out. Your teammate could have gotten demoed or 2v1'd here, and it would have been an easy goal for the opponents. So I think a lot of it is just deciding on what you should do with, like, what you're given. So, yeah, I'm kind of just, like, looking at your replay a little bit again, because I think their video would have been a little too short. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, that's a crazy save. Like, what happens if you just 50 with the side of your car? Like, jump and then turn and then 50 with the side or the roof? I promise you, you would have had a way better 50 than this, for sure. You can 100% manipulate 50s. You definitely can. It's all about how you position your car. Yeah, that's just, again, mechanics. You're still in that rank where mechanical play isn't really that consistent just yet. Give it like another rank or two. You should be way more consistent than this. Like, this is fine. Like, you can boom it here because Pinks has a chance to just 50 you right off the bat. And you don't want to get beat on your side of the field, so I guess this is fine. See, you keep flicking your camera so much here. Like, I don't know why you're doing that. You can actually, there is a small chance you could have went right. Why? Because look what happens. If you're just focusing on the player, you can see the ball is actually going to land on his right side. So just stick around. You don't have to disappear, right? Continue to be first man. You still got to provide pressure, especially when the ball is right in front of your net. Your teammate is still behind you, which you should know. So why not just stick around and just try to follow this? Okay, and then back out. You know what I mean? Just be there. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't think you need to disappear so soon. And then here, I know you messed it up here because you jumped too late. Yeah. Okay, this you actually turned around wrong here. The ball is going behind you actually at this point. So rather than turning inwards, turn the other way, right? So you can cover like this instead. You have to. It's all about predicting what they're gonna do with the ball, basically. And you can see that he's pushing the ball in a direction where it's behind you, so you don't need to turn towards it just yet. Because watch what happens when you do. You see how you just lose all of the space where he is going? You just gave up all the space. So you don't want to do that. And I think you gave up a little too early there on the 50 or the bump. And here, you're just not aware of where you're at. Like, you should know your teammates above you, and then you could just sit around here. You don't have to just fly. Because this should have been a goal 100%. He completely threw this. Oh, all you need to do was dodge forward, or not even dodge at all. Because he lined it up really well. Look at this. He lined it up perfectly. This would go right in, even if he didn't even dodge. But then he dodges to the right, which hits it left. So it's... Oh. You're getting bailed out here, but you should have gotten scored on. And I promise you, if those double commits keep happening, and you're not being aware with some of the tips I'm telling you, you're going to get scored on by better players. Like, these guys, I have to admit, are pretty bad. And then here, you made a wrong decision again with what you're given, right? Look, he's not challenging you, so keep the ball close to you, right? Go for a low 50, where you have more control over it. When you throw away the ball, you're not giving yourself control. I mean, yeah, you're trying to shoot, but you do realize that Paolo is probably going to panic here, so why don't you just take advantage of that? Like, look, he jumped. I mean, he jumped because you hit it, but when people go for 50s, they jump, let's face it. So just try to keep the ball low next time. Yeah, okay, so I think I'll stop the video here. I think you get the point. Just focus more on how you challenge, and then, like, you're just your off-the-ball movements. Make sure that you're positioning well for your teammate. Give him options by being open for any passing areas, you know what I mean? Try to go for some low 50s more. You don't have to challenge by jumping all the time, especially when you're going to be in their corner. You don't want to do that, so just make sure that you're more grounded, and I think you'll be set. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.